Subscribe to That's All Funny.
Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. 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 That's the real dimes you need, right? You don't need fucking Franklin D. Roosevelt. You need that. You need that Abraham Lincoln Kush, dog. You need to smoke the Gettysburg Address and shit. You know what I'm saying? You need that shit that frees the slaves, motherfucker. Underground Railroad shit. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, Abraham Lincoln Kush. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh.
Subscribe to That's All Funny.
Yeah, you need that Underground Railroad shit. You know what I'm saying? You need to smoke that. You fucking, yeah, that's what you, that's what you fucking need. Whatever, man. From the news, a rare dime hidden for decades sells for over $500,000. An extraordinary rare dime whose whereabouts had remained a mystery since the late 1970s has just sold for just over $500,000. Who needs dimes when you got that sticky icky icky? Ooh, ooh.
Subscribe to That's All Funny.
Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh.
Salivate.
Careful.
The moon is full and the stars are aligned. The sky is an eerie black. It's the night of the Vegas vampire on the hunt on the attack. He spreads his wings as he takes in the air like smoke from a roaring fire. Salivating for a little slice of that sweet carnal desire. On your marks, get ready, set, go! 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 So get on with the show!
Live from Las Vegas, Nevada, 14 floors above the floor, and from an undisclosed location from the Pacific Northwest. This is the one and only TWO Stoned. I am Johnny.
And I am Marco. Welcome to the show, everybody.
I got to trim that intro a little bit.
You almost had it.
All right, everybody, we are live. We are having some issues, but we are professionals. We will get through it.
Well, we have no other choice at this point.
Yeah, so just get your car, start driving around because I lost all the graphics are gone. So it's okay, folks. We'll get through it tonight. We're professionals.
Allegedly.
So it is the week of November 17th through 24th. What an exciting time to be an American.
Yes, because Thanksgiving's around the corner and also Black Friday is... How many people do you think are going to die this year?
You know what? Black Friday has gotten a lot less intense since the internet.
You know what? That is true. I mean, I guess that is a good thing. It is a good thing that people aren't needlessly throwing their lives away on Black Friday. But on the other hand, I am going to miss those fucking news reports. You know what I mean? Like every now and then you just see somebody just like, really, dude, you threw your life away for a fucking toaster?
It is absolutely horrible. I remember they would wait in line for like 2 days.
Yeah, they were building fucking tent cities like they were homeless.
It is fucking unbelievable. The Americans and their greediness to save $20 on a TV.
Yeah, but you know those Amazon drivers are just counting the days until they put the gun in their mouth because they know that shit's gonna be nuts.
And really, the only thing anybody buys anymore is a fucking air fryer. That's it. I mean, I don't know what else to buy.
I don't know. People could always use a new TV, but yeah, pretty much that's all you need for Black Friday sale is an air fryer. Everybody loves air fryers. Shit, I got 2.
I mean, tomorrow you can take $200 and get yourself a fucking 55-inch TV.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have. I mean, it's not going to be in like 4K, 8K resolution or fucking whatever, but it'll be a giant ass TV you mount on your wall.
There hasn't been one thing that what is going on with my brain?
You tell me, man. It's your brain.
I know it's bad. The TV. I'm trying to do 6 things at once. I'm sorry, folks. But yeah, I mean, you get a fucking 85-inch TV now for $500.
Yeah. Well, me and my dad were just talking about that the other day, where it's just not even just over 10 years ago. If you had a fucking plasma TV, that was the shit. But
Yeah,
again, fast forward to now, plasma TVs, they're so heavy, and they just do nothing but just exhaust all this fucking heat. And
they're horrible.
They're horrible. But back in the day, no, if you had a plasma TV, that was a fucking staple in your home. He's like, oh, here's the fireplace and my pool and my plasma TV.
And like the biggest one was like 44 inches.
Yeah. That was the shit. 44 inches. Now you can get a 44-inch TV for $500.
You gotta have at least a 60-inch to play Call of Duty.
Yeah, I want to be able to see the pores on my character's hand.
I remember playing Madden and going to a buddy's house one time. He had one of them giant big screens.
Oh, you could count the pixels on your character's ass.
And I'm like, oh my God, you can actually see the receivers running down the fucking.
Oh my God, you could actually play this game?
Wow, you can see the field?
What screen are you on? Are you just on like a computer monitor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would explain it.
Okay, I'm sorry. So we're here live, getting ready. I don't know. I don't even know what to buy anybody for Christmas this year.
I mean, cash is king. But also one perk of being a musician is that you just show up and play music for everybody and no one complains. You just learn a few songs that you probably will never ever play ever again, but just for this one instance, once a year, you just play this stupid song that makes everybody happy, and then no one complains about you not bringing a gift.
That is true. The little drummer boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Ruppa-pum-pum.
Yeah, except with an acoustic guitar.
Let's see. What else? Okay, we're not doing well with the feed tonight. Okay. I'm not gonna freak out about it. I'm trying not to I'm not trying not to freak out tonight. Okay, now it's kicked me out of the room. Now I'm back in. Okay, there we go. Woo!
I don't know what you mean to kick you out of the room. I heard you the whole time.
Oh, okay, great.
Oh, you heard me talking to myself. Great.
Awesome. Here we go. All right, here we go tonight. Wow, this one's been a humdinger.
Admittedly, this is your third or fourth show with the new setup.
Yeah, so we are going. Let me just take a quick break here, just for a second.
Do we have the Monty Python intermission music?
We do, because I have to, like, literally everything I loaded for the show tonight is not up. So let me just play a little clip, and we'll be right back.
Take a smoke break.
From the news, a rare dime hidden for decades sells
Oh,
for
of
over
course. What else would it be?
$500,000. An extraordinary rare dime whose whereabouts had remained a mystery since the late 1970s has just sold for just over $500,000. Who needs dimes when you got that sticky icky? Ooh, ooh.
I will say, $500,000 for a dime is fucking crazy.
Subscribe to That's All Funny.
Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. 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 That's the real dimes you need, right? You don't need fucking Franklin D. Roosevelt. You need that. You need that Abraham Lincoln Kush, dog. You need
Hell
to smoke
yeah.
the Gettysburg Address and shit. You know what I'm saying? You need that shit that frees the slaves, motherfucker.
Underground Railroad shit.
Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, Abraham Lincoln Kush. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh. Sticky icky. Ooh, ooh.
Subscribe to That's All Funny.
You need that Underground Railroad shit. You know what I'm saying? You need to smoke that. You fucking, yeah, that's what you, that's what you fucking need. Whatever, man.
From the news, a rare dime hidden for decades sells for over $500,000. An extraordinary rare dime whose whereabouts had remained a mystery since the late 1970s has just sold
Johnny,
for
you can
just
stop
over
the track now.
$500,000. Who needs dimes when you got that sticky icky icky? Ooh, ooh.
Subscribe to That's All Funny.
Sticky icky.
Okay, you still got those.
The stars are aligned, the sky is an eerie black. It's the night of the biggest vampire on the hunt on the attack.
This is going great.
Wings as he takes from the air like smoke from a roaring fire. Salivating for a little slice of that sweet corn.
Oh, hey, Marco, we got a whole new system. It's gonna be great. StreamYard? No, StreamYard's for losers. We're going to use Rumble Studio. It's going to be 10 times better.
Wake up, sleepyheads. It's party time! Yeah! This is the old Nooster coming at you right here on this fine Rocktober morning. It's the sweeping sensation that's sweeping the nation. I'm going to do it to you right here, right now. Wow! Welcome, fellow.
All right, we are back live tonight on Two Stone. I am Johnny, and you know what? This in a long time, we've had a fucking train wreck this fucking bad starting off.
Yeah, a 13-minute intro. That's rough.
But we are here live tonight. We're gonna have a great time. We started out great. Literally, this fucking thing is driving me nuts, and I knew what the problem was. Is Eddie wasn't here yet.
I see. His reputation with the spirits preceded him.
Yeah, he was pretty. Where's the? Oh my God, this is driving me nuts. Is there a bit? There we go. There's the chat. Okay.
We got the rejected Two Stone T-shirt logo. Although I will say I'm not entirely against this. Maybe not for a T-shirt, but it is kind of cool looking.
Wish I could see it, but you know, I'm happy that the chat board's up now. Holy fuck, this is a nightmare. Okay, here we go, folks. Okay, now the logo finally popped up on my page. Okay, here we go.
Are you using cell data or something? What the hell's going on?
I don't know. This is bad. Okay. Hi, Eddie. How you doing? Okay.
Eddie,
Get it
Eddie,
together.
as much as I'd like to blame you, I know 100% that this is Johnny's fault.
It's got to be. There's no excuse whatsoever for this type of tomfoolery. We are live tonight. It's too soon. Like I said, we're getting ready for the big Thanksgiving, and that's coming up. That's not this Thursday, is it?
I believe it is this Thursday.
Because it's the 17th. Is it this Thursday?
I think so.
Or is it next Thursday?
See, this is how much we care about holidays.
No. This is our worst show we've ever done. This is so bad.
Yeah, this is our Thanksgiving episode. Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I can't find a calendar. I can't get out of the studio to do absolutely anything else. Maybe our chat board can tell us. Oh my God. Please, chat board, tell us.
We're too stupid. We need intelligence from the lexicon of other retards like us.
Mushrooms much?
No, not yet, at least.
The problem is we're not stoned at all.
Speak for yourself.
I'm too sober to run this fucking show right now, I think is the problem.
That's not what this show is called, you piece of shit.
Too stoned. Okay, well, nothing. It's not sharing anywhere. Whatever. Okay, I'm done. You know what? I'm going to focus on the show, and we're going to go from there. All right.
Yeah, we'll just freestyle it for an hour or so.
It's been going so good for so long.
Well, I do know one thing that we can talk about. For those of you who aren't following Johnny on Rumble, boy, does he have a story for you. So, do you want to tell the story or shall I?
You go ahead, and I'll tell you why I'm kind of why my brain is going 6 miles an hour the wrong way.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong at any point in this story. So, you come home late at night, as you do, but you came home late in an Uber and you ordered Taco Bell.
Yep.
So, as you do when you get home, you go and you smoke, and you realize that your Taco Bell was cold, and so you put your Taco Bell in the microwave and set it on high, and you just let it microwave as one does. And then all of a sudden, you came back, and your microwave was in the process of exploding.
It was like a fucking 1975 Pink Floyd laser light show. I mean, it was It looked like it looked like there was a fucking Tesla coil in the middle of the microwave.
Now, as much as we would like to say that this is liable for a lawsuit with Taco Bell for some reason, would you care to explain why it was your microwave almost exploded?
Well, I left my keys to my truck, and I left a Bic lighter in there.
Yeah. I forgot to. I never heard of that part in the Taco Bell recipe where you throw a Bic lighter and your car keys in with your tacos.
And it literally blew the fucking door right off the front of it.
And that's the picture?
That is the microwave right there. Yes.
Rest in peace.
So then I popped the door open, and I decided to throw cold water in there, and every single piece of glass, when you throw water on hot glass, you know what it does? It shatters.
Oh, yeah. I imagine it shattered. And did you get any fucking shrapnel on you?
I did not. It did not hit me, thank God. But I am worried about nuclear exposure.
I think you're okay, as long as the microwave wasn't running when it initially exploded or when you shut it off. If it was still running, then
I first unplugged it. And
good.
It had melted the Taco Bell bag, and the food was literally on fire.
Wait, you put the paper bag in the microwave?
Yes.
What? Okay.
No, yeah. I
Okay.
put the Taco Bell bag in the microwave with all the shit in it. So the bag caught on fire. The food caught on fire. The lighter exploded.
What?
And the metal, and it melted. It literally melted my car keys.
Question. What the fuck were your keys and a Bic lighter doing with your bag of food?
Well, I just was going to throw it in there. Usually I just throw everything in a bag. You know, like my phone. Thank God I was talking to somebody on the phone, because I would have put the phone in there too.
Oh, not the fuck. Why would you put that in with your bag of food? I understand putting everything in one place, but why would you throw it in with your bag of food? That's just nasty.
Now you got to remember, it is 3:30 in the morning, and I am fucking hammered. Okay, it's not like I'm in a normal stoned position. Like stoned, I'm not that bad.
All right, fair. I'll give you that. However, I will say I've never been so drunk to the point where my microwave exploded because I left my fucking keys in it. But
I don't think the keys really. I think it was the lighter that really made it blow.
Yeah, the lighter made it blow, but the keys were what fucking ignited it. If you put anything metal in a microwave, it will cause sparks.
Yeah, it was like fucking 1930 World Fair, Nicholas Tesla, like lightning coming out of it.
So, will your security deposit cover a microwave explosion?
Okay, well, I got a note this morning.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Now, there's been several incidents involving me at this condominium.
Just on Halloween alone.
Halloween, nobody did get stabbed. It was a pretty mellow Halloween party this year, literally. I mean, I did embellish a little bit about murdering a few people, but we like to have fun.
It was Halloween. Why not?
It was Halloween. People wanted to hear murder stories. Why not?
Yeah.
And then,
we had AI at our disposal. Why not?
Why not? Why not do that? I don't even want to get into AI tonight. Jesus. I ain't playing it on this show. Trust me.
No. If anything that we've done throughout this show wasn't enough to get us banned off of YouTube, that definitely will.
Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later. We'll talk about that. So the board has voted, and I have to get out of my place in 14 days.
Yikes. Well,
now I called my attorney today.
Mm-hmm.
They have to give me 90 days, and they have to give me a chance to sell it. It's a whole fucking thing. But needless to say, the days of the MHH network 14 floors above the floor are fucking over. I'm done. I got thrown out of my place today. My residence. I have nowhere to go.
Well, I know of one place you could go, but I'm not sure you'll like it very much.
Is there dancing girls?
I mean, if you don't mind driving there.
Oh my God. It was an absolute fucking nightmare. The worst part of it is having everybody fucking hate you. Have you ever been in a spot where 200 people are staring at you and want to kill you at the same time?
Yes, actually, because when I was in an apartment complex, I was smoking in my apartment, minding my own business, and you aren't supposed to smoke in your apartment, but everybody was smoking in their apartment. And so as I was smoking, minding my own business, the fucking fire alarm goes off, and I'm automatically like, oh fuck, what did I do? And I'm automatically like, packing my shit and stashing it and like looking around, and then all of a sudden I see everybody like going and leaving, and I was just like, oh wait, this is for the whole building, what the hell? And so I was just like, oh, this place is on fire, what the, I gotta get out of here. And so I fucking leave, and I was like one of the last people to get out, and everyone was fucking staring at me. I'm just like, No. It wasn't me. Like, I swear to God. And they're all just staring at me like, yeah, sure. I'm like, no, I swear, no. And no, it turns out some jackass pulled the fire alarm for some reason. But it's like, I fucking told you it wasn't me. Like,
Yeah, when they saw me walk out with the firefighter,
yeah.
they all knew. They all knew. They're all looking at me, and I was expecting. I've developed some pretty good friendships with a few people in the building. I expected them to at least go, "Oh man, I'm sorry. Accidents happen." Even those people gave me a dirty fucking look. They're like, "Fuck off."
Well, I mean, when it's you versus an angry mob of 200 or so people, and about, I'm going to guess, like 5 of them are your buddies. Even if they would like to jump in, they still have to be like, dude, your fucking microwave exploded. Like,
you are too stupid to be here. A big shout out to Boss Hog's Broken Spirit. And
I'm pretty sure-
Eddie, I wouldn't mind going to Houston. Houston's not bad in the wintertime.
well, yeah, because it's a fucking desert.
Oh my God. It's still, no one in my building will talk to me. No one will. Today I went to get in the elevator and I'm like, hey, and they just shut it on me. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got it. Nobody wants me here. Nobody wants Johnny anywhere.
Oh man, the one thing that I did once was I did my laundry at like early in the morning at like 1 or 2 in the morning because that's when everybody was asleep. So I had all the time in the world to just go and do my laundry as I pleased. And then there was at one point I got my laundry dry. It was dry, so I put it in the sack. I took the elevator, came back up to my floor, and I was walking down the hallway and I heard someone like yelling. Like aggressively yelling, and it was like 2 in the morning. You know what I mean? So it was like,
Yeah.
so so a part of me was like, I really shouldn't shove my nose into this, but I am also curious, because I'm like, it's 2 in the morning. If this dude doesn't give a shit that he's yelling at the top of his lungs, I think he wouldn't mind if I just happened to walk past. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just walked past and I looked inside, and this dude had let's just say that he had some saran wrapped product just on his table, and he was arguing with somebody over the phone. And he hangs up the phone and he turns and sees me, and I just looked at him and just said, I didn't see shit. And then walked back to my apartment. And he never bothered me. He never bothered me since.
People will not say, if you act crazy, people will not fuck with you.
Yeah. No, that's one of the greatest lessons I've ever been taught, was that if people come at you with an intensity of 3 and you crank it to 11 immediately, they will not fuck with you.
No, people are fucking. I remember one day I was standing somewhere waiting to be helped, and somebody else walks up and they help the other guy, and I'm sitting and I'm pinching to myself. I look at the guy and I go, do I fucking exist? Am I here? What, do you see me? Am I a ghost? Can you see me? And the guy would not answer me. He just stared at me and he got scared. Like, how dare you talk to a stranger? That's where we're at now. I guess I put myself in his shoes too. I go, some crazy guy was standing there, pinching himself, asking me if I'm here. Am I here?
Yeah, you fucking, for all he knew, you were some fucking crackhead.
Oh well. So yeah, I'm officially kicked out of my building, and I love this place, and it's going to be a sad day leaving.
Yeah, but I mean, there's got to be some places in Vegas, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll be able to get another place, but the other problem is the high-rise community. I'm probably out of it because they talk, and I know as soon as I put my application in anywhere else, they're going to go, aren't you that guy?
Yeah, so maybe not in the high rise circles, but I don't know.
No, I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna go buy a house. It's about time,
Yeah.
and chicks like houses better than apartments, anyways.
Well, I have well, depending on how much money you're willing to spend and how much money you're talking about, I have an interesting proposition for you then if you're willing to drop some money on a house.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Yes, but let's not talk about it here.
No, I want to get a nice place here. I think
Sure.
What's that? With all those home makeover shows when they're looking at homes and like, yeah, I'm a fry cook and my wife, she's a nurse, and we got about about a $24 million budget. I don't know all those people.
I'm sure the show didn't invest in that budget at all.
God damn, it's unbelievable how these people have these monies. And you can get a really nice house in Las Vegas for under $500,000. So it's not like it is pretty cheap to live out here. That's one thing. And there's no I don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah, that is a plus.
They're like, Johnny, how long are you going to stay in Vegas? I go, I don't know if I'll ever leave.
They'll have to force me out.
I would love to live in California. I can't write those checks for the taxes anymore.
Oh, I can only imagine how bad they are in Texas. Or I mean, in Texas, I hear they're not that bad. But yeah, in fucking California, I mean, all that fucking shit going on over there.
Yeah, I owned my home in California. And by the time you pay for the insurance and the taxes and everything, I was still paying $1,200 a month on a house that was paid for.
Jeez. Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, $1,200 a month for the house I was living in is great, but still, I mean, I shouldn't have to pay anything.
Right, you
my
own
house.
the house.
I paid for it.
Yeah, it was in your name.
And then you look at your insurance policy; it doesn't cover anything. It burns. Too bad.
Well, it's a first degree burn, right? Yeah, we could cover that. Well, I could treat that myself. Yeah, that's what we mean.
And I still got a house out in California that my mom's been living in, but the place is haunted. I ain't living there.
Don't call your mom a ghost. That's mean.
Oh my God. Yeah, she gets to fucking stay in her fucking dream house rent free. Jesus Christ, I'm still paying the taxes on that. Why are we talking taxes? I am too sober. Let me take a hit.
Yeah, you go and do that. Well, it's either talking about taxes or talking about Thanksgiving, and both are equally boring.
Yes, we are really fucking shitting the bed tonight. Do you know, I'll talk about something exciting. I went and saw, I was going to talk about this a couple weeks ago, and I keep forgetting because I had to transfer the shit from my phone to one phone to the other. But I went and saw Ace Frehley at Sam's Town.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you know who Ace Frehley is.
Yes, I know who Ace Frehley is.
Guitar player from Kiss.
Yes.
And possibly the worst fucking concert I've ever went to in my life.
Well, how old is Ace Frehley? He's got to be in his fucking 80s, right?
Yeah, I think he's 77.
Yeah, close to 80.
Why is he out playing? Is he that broke?
Well, it's got to be that, but also, I mean, how old were they when Kiss really fucking took off? They were like, what, teenagers, or they were in their 20s, right?
Yeah, I think they started in like 1972.
Yeah, so they've been doing Kiss for decades. What else are they going to do but tour and play music? It happens with fucking musicians all the time where they go is like, yeah, I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm going to retire. And then 5 years later, they come back because they're just like, you know what? Retirement's fucking boring.
I like people clapping for me every night.
Yeah, no matter what you do, they just clap and wear your T-shirt.
I don't even know if I could. Look, I've been on stages, like on side stages with passes and stuff, and you hear that roar, and it's like, how do you even like survive in regular society? It's like I could stand on stage and fucking 18,000 people love me. I can't even get 5 to love me on the internet.
I don't know, man. Maybe you just have a stage presence. I'm the exact opposite. I have 0 stage presence, which is why I learned how to sing and play guitar at the same time. Because if I'm standing there doing nothing, I have an excuse for standing there doing nothing because I'm patting my head and rubbing my stomach at the same time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I don't know how you could do that. That's insane.
I don't know either, to be honest. It kind of just clicked with me. I do it all the time to other musicians where they... it would fucking piss off my tattoo artist to no end. Me and him kind of bonded over our mutual love for Hank Williams Sr. We love Hank Sr. And I told him one day that it's like, oh yeah, I could play some Hank Sr. songs on the guitar. He's like, oh really? I said, yeah. And so I picked up the acoustic that he had and I started playing and singing some Hank songs. And he was just like, wait, you could sing and play at the same time? I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay. He's like, do it again. I was like, okay. And I just took it from the top. And I did it again. He's like, okay, play another song. And I played another Hank Williams song and I sang it. He's like, okay, another song. And I picked another song and I played it and sang it. He's just like, man, fuck you. And I was like, what? I did what you asked. Like,
oh my God. Yeah, that is almost impossible to do. And Ace can't even just play guitar anymore.
I argue that nobody, well, no, that's not true. Some of them can play, but yeah, I think half of that band arguably can't play at all.
Well, here's my footage from Sam's Club the other night. You're a guitar player, so you watch this and tell me what the fuck went wrong. Okay. Because it went wrong bad.
All right, this should be good.
Oh my God!
You know,
I mean, the guy's a great singer. But oh my God, how can he even sing to that?
you know, I was about to say that maybe his strings were out of tune, but I was like, no, he played those chords he played those chords all right. He's like, no, that guitar was in tune. That was.
So he's literally just playing the wrong part.
He was just, he was playing the wrong part, or he just had his fingers in the wrong position. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what went wrong there. He was playing either way too flat or way too sharp.
My God.
But then again, it might be just because his strings were out of tune. I don't know.
It was like that the whole night. And I would rather go see that than a perfect performance, because I'll always remember that show for the rest of my life.
Oh, there was one time I went to a local show, and I don't remember the name of the band, and it's probably better that I don't, because I wouldn't want to embarrass them. But but this is way back in the day, and they were kids, they were teenagers, like I was like 15 or 16, something like that, and they were like 18, 19. And they were the opening act, and they set up their gear, and they were just like, all right, you guys ready to go? We're like, yeah, crowd was cheering. It's like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they start to play, and it fucking sucks. It was like immediately like the worst thing I ever heard in my life, except for the drums. The drums were in time, but everyone else was so out of tune. It was just so bad. And after the song was over, they looked around like, what the fuck was that? And they had to tune their instruments real quick. And they were just like, okay, there we go. All right, next song. And then they start the next song, and it started to sound good, and then it went to shit again. it just slowly went to shit again. And I was just kind of sitting there thinking about it, going like, what is happening right now? And then it clicked. And I went, oh, you put on fresh strings without stretching them, didn't you? Oh, no. Oh, no. So these poor bastards just ate their balls for the next half hour, just constantly retuning their guitars because they didn't stretch their strings. It was like, oh, fuck.
Oh God, you guys learned a really important lesson tonight.
Oh, yeah, that was I couldn't even look him in the face after that. I was like, I tried to like go and meet like the local guys and give them support, but I couldn't even fucking talk to them after that. It's like, I don't think they need to know. I think they understood what happened,
I like those, and I like the guys who pop a string on their Floyd Roses in the middle of a song.
Ooh.
It's over.
Okay. Yeah, the show is over. If you pop a string on a Floyd Rose, that's gonna take you fucking an hour, 2 hours just to fucking restring that bitch. So unless you have a backup guitar, you are fucked.
You are completely fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, unless you got a Bigsby or something, that will hold up.
Yeah,
But
you
I've
gotta
seen,
go.
I've been to a lot of shows.
You gotta go fetch another band. If you're like, hey, can I grab your Warlock real quick?
I've been to a lot of shows with those guys playing those guitars, and you're like, oh my God, what's going on? What the hell is that sound?
I'll tell you one thing. Floyd Roses are really good for if you want to play one tuning, and that is it. So if you want to play one specific thing on one specific tuning, then Floyd Roses are great because you only have to tune it once and never have to tune it again. Unless you need to put new strings on it. But,
What about the D-tuner, though?
Well, that's what the little twisty knob things at the top and the bottom are for. That's how you lock them into place so that they don't detune.
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen's got that little button so you could drop the drop D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit was fucking... All of Eddie Van Halen's guitars were wild.
I went and played them at the Guitar Center, and I don't like them. They don't play right. They did.
Well, of course not. It's because they aren't made by the same guy who made fucking Eddie's guitar. You kidding?
And they're so tiny. I'm 6'4", so it looks like I got a child's guitar.
You got a bass player's body.
I do. I should try to switch to bass. I'd be in a band a lot quicker, probably.
Token, how many times do I have to tell you this? You're black. You can play bass.
I can. I don't even think I don't even know if a bass player is even good in a band or not. I don't think anybody in the band even knows.
Okay, here's the thing. As a guitar player, I am obligated to shit on bass players at every opportunity that I can. But as a musician, I cannot deny the importance of having a good bass player. And if we're talking about like the typical guitar, bass, singer, drum combo, a good bass and drum is literally the most important part because the guitars, well, the way that I describe it is that the drums are the heart and the bass is the feet. The guitar and the singing are the personality. If that makes sense.
Yeah, if you got a good drummer and a bass player, if your guitar player at least stays in key, you're all right.
Right. It really doesn't matter how, like, you don't need the absolute best guitar player in the world. You don't need the best bass player in the world. You don't need the best singer in the world. You just need to sound good. You know what I mean?
Look at Poison. Probably the worst musicians in the history of musicians. Well, I don't know if a band...
Well, look at the Ramones. Those guys were arguably the worst musicians ever, but they made it work.
Yeah, I mean, those guys played for 40 years, and I don't think one of them practiced one day.
Well, I think one of them explicitly said that they never picked up a guitar, unless they were touring. Like, he never even bothered to fucking practice unless they were recording or they were touring. And the way that he described it was like a plumber doesn't bring his tools home when he's done working. I was like, but you're not a plumber, you're a fucking musician, you know?
That's one band I wish I would have seen. I never got to see the Ramones.
Oh, they died out long before I could even go to concerts on my own. I was a wee lad when they finally separated.
Yeah, they were all pretty much dead by the time I got into them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, fuck. I mean, all the original ones are dead, aren't they?
I think I think Marky Ramone is still around, but I don't think he was an original. I think he came in later.
Yeah, I think he was the replacement drummer.
Because I saw him, he was playing. He's been out playing as the Ramones, and I don't want to see that.
Yeah, the Ramones. Well, 1/4 of them.
Oh my God! So I think getting back to Ace, I found an interview.
Mhm.
So you said maybe there's some. I think he's just retarded. I think maybe he. Come on, Johnny. There it is. Number one, take a look at his hair in this interview. He didn't get the wig on quite right. And it looks he
was busy. There was too much coke to snort.
And it looks like he has a fake mustache and beard on too. Oh my God. Here we go.
Rocking over at Sam's Town tomorrow night. Talk about Kiss is old
like
school,
Mr. Potato Head.
and Sam's Town is old school.
At least he's at a premier
and
venue in
your
Vegas.
Everything's out of his.
Isn't that one of the
Everything's out of sorts.
No, I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
He looks like he got stung by a
not
bee.
to my knowledge.
Yeah, you guys have played a lot of venues.
That doesn't mean
He's
I
not
didn't
sure if he played there
but,
before.
He sounds like he got stung by
Yeah,
a bee.
so
It's horrendous.
let me ask you: do you, Ace? Do you still talk to the guys? Do you talk to
Oh, come
Gene
on.
and Paul and everybody?
Is he going to pretend?
Occasionally.
Yeah,
Occasionally.
but you're doing good. You're doing good solo.
I'm doing great solo.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of shows and
Having trouble with that internet again, huh, Ace?
response.
Hey, they're using the same
album's
program as
doing
us.
Fantastic.
I like
10,000 volts.
Yeah. It's a great song.
Monarch. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, for sure. So who all is in the band? And
cares?
do you?
Ace is
I don't know about you,
like
but I
you're
don't
the
think Ace writes his
guitarist
own
and
lyrics.
singer, so that's gotta be. I mean, when you're looking for
Doesn't
your
strike
band,
me as a
that's some
linguist.
big shoes to fill
Yeah, I thought
because
you
you
asked
can do
me a
everything
question.
yourself.
Ace?
Yeah, but I have a lot of the guys in the band helping me as well. Everybody in the band sings at least one song.
Oh, cool.
Oh, great. Is it cool? No.
Yeah,
Because
for
I
sure.
really consider myself a singer.
Well, you were the you had.
This is making me
with
start to
Kiss.
think that
I
Ace
mean,
isn't that good of a guitar player.
By
And
the
I know he's a
technical
really good guitar
definition, you
player.
could call yourself a
Speaking
singer.
of the guitar, anything crazy coming out of these guitars these days?
Oh,
I know
Jesus.
you were always known for you never know what was going to shoot out of your guitars.
What?
Well, smoke still bellows out of my guitar in New York Groove, and
Yeah.
you never know what to expect at an Ace Frehley concert.
For sure.
Last
the
night was
groove come out of
was
my
pretty
guitar.
insane.
Sounds like it.
Okay, and where was that?
He doesn't know. Listens. Does not.
Where did we perform last night?
Yeah.
He asks.
Winter Haven.
Winter.
In Yuma,
Oh, you
at a casino here.
Wait, I thought you said
Okay.
Winter Haven. I thought so too.
I caught a train to Yuma.
Let's wrap this up.
Good. Yeah, we're having a delay issue.
No, you're not having a delay issue. Fucking Ace Frehley's fucking retarded.
The dude's old, man. Cut him a break.
I would cut him a break, but you could go back and get shit from him from 1975, and he's still the same.
Okay, that is true. Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God. I remember when they Kiss. I remember seeing a clip when Kiss was on like a BBC show, and Ace was all fucked up, and he's like, "Do you do anything else other than play guitar?" And he goes, "Well, I'm a dildo model." And you could see the rest of the band just look at him, and go, "You motherfucker."
We already have enough with this fucking long-tongued asshole just existing.
I don't know. I'm not a big Kiss fan myself.
I mean, I can respect Kiss for their influence that they have, the impact that they have made on the music genre. I love the bands that love Kiss. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you say. I'm just saying that place I went and saw him at is the absolute worst fucking thing I've ever been to in my life. It's a place called Sam's Town. It's on the outside of Vegas. It's not even in Vegas. It's kind of like outside town a little bit.
Oh, he couldn't even get like a fucking stadium?
No, I mean, he played in the absolute worst fucking casino in Nevada. How do I picture this place? Number one, it's 50 years of the same carpet, same walls, same paint, and people smoke like fucking. It's 50 years of smoke. That's what it smells like, of cigarettes.
Oh yeah, so every step you take, you just leave a trail of puffing smoke behind you, like you're a fucking spirit.
Yes. And this chick's like, "Do you want to go to eat before the show?" I go, "Not at fucking Sam's Town." What do you want, hepatitis? Holy shit, that place is scary.
I don't know what the fuck is in that food, and I don't know who's touching it.
I ain't touching anything in that place. I don't know. She was a big Kiss fan. I'm like, all right, we'll go, but I fucking will never go back to Sam. What's their names? The band from Vegas. Coming out of my cage, and I'm doing just right. Oh my God, Stoner Brain. Whatever.
Yeah,
they wrote
a blank on that one.
They wrote a song about Sam's Town.
Oh, well, yeah. If you find it, send it to me, and I'll throw it on the playlist.
Yeah, actually, it's on the whole. The name of the record, I think, is Sam's Town.
But did they record it at Sam's Town, or did they just name it after a shithole for some reason?
Mr. Brightside. The fuck is the name of that band? Oh my God!
The Killers?
The Killers. Yes.
They're from Vegas?
Oh yeah, they're from Vegas, and they write a very depressing song about Sam's Town. It is the most depressing. You literally want to kill yourself standing in there.
Well, I mean, there is something about just going to a fucking sleazy venue to see a show. Maybe it's because I go to metal shows and it just kind of sets the tone. But it's a little different when you're going to see Ace Frehley, I guess.
Yeah, I love clubs, metal clubs that stink like fucking rotten beer and fucking cum. I love it. I love those places.
You have no idea if the balcony's gonna fall on you.
But I'm watching when I want to see a dirty, sleazy band in a dirty, sleazy place.
Yeah.
Watching a metal band at the Grand Ole Opry ain't gonna cut it for me.
Grand Ole Opry, man, they fucking expanded.
But that Nashville scene's getting pretty hot.
Have they really run out of that many options that they've opted for metal country artists?
And everybody's like, "Hey man, you should go to Nashville. No, it's not awesome."
And now for our opening act, this man will now perform "Angel of Death" on the banjo.
The banjo.
I can send you a video that there was a dude who actually performed "Raining Blood" on the banjo, and it's fucking fantastic.
Banjo loco, brother.
Banjo is a very underrated instrument, in my opinion. I would love to learn how to play the banjo. I've tried, but it is fucking hard.
That is a mind fuck. That's a finger picking mind fuck.
It is. It really is. It's a whole other thing, especially when you're used to playing with a pick and you're used to playing chords on an acoustic guitar. It's a whole other thing where you got to use all of your fucking fingers, and it's... Yeah, and also the tuning's different, the neck is so fucking thin, and the noises are so weird. It's like, I'm not even sure I'm doing this right.
It really is a horrible sounding instrument.
Yeah, but in the right hands, it's fucking amazing. Like I could listen to Roy Clark play the banjo all fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've seen a few guys too run them through a distortion pedal, and they sound badass.
Like just the other day, I stumbled across a video where it was called I'll see if I can find it again and send it to you. But it was literally just like a 3-hour long video of a of like music that was described as like cosmic banjo, where it was just like psychedelic banjo music, and I was like, you know what? This ain't half bad.
David Lee Roth did a whole record, bluegrass, with a bluegrass band, and it was badass. Running
Really?
with the Devil with banjos? Hell yeah. Yeah, that was great.
It's very unlike you to give David Lee Roth any credit.
Oh, how can you not love Diamond Dave?
I don't know. I think there's a litany of reasons not to like him.
I just don't. How do I explain this? How do you be that big of an asshole for that long and not just realize, hey, if I was just a nice guy, people would like me. Why does he got to be such a weird freak all the time?
I don't know.
And that's coming from me.
Yeah, I'm sure if the roles were reversed, it would be no different.
Oh my God, he's just such an asshole.
I'd say there was not just David Lee Roth, but both of the Van Halen brothers, they had their own dickish tendencies too. But there was a thing I saw. It was I think it was Axl Rose. He took one of Eddie's guitars while they were on tour one time, and he just took it, and he just took Eddie's guitar like a fucking asshole. And he said that he got a phone call from Eddie saying that he wanted his guitar back. And Axl said, okay, fine, come and get it. And he said about a week later, Eddie showed up with a literal fucking tank.
What?
And
a tank?
He showed up with a literal tank and pointed right at the front door. And when Axl opened the door, he said that Eddie then climbed out of the tank, went up to him and put a gun to his head and said, "Give me my fucking guitar."
You know what you are, baby? You're in the jungle. You're gonna die.
Oh yeah, you're in the jungle and I'm about to deforest the entire fucking rainforest with this tank. And by the rainforest, I mean your fucking house.
Fucking Axl. Oh, what a fucking. The funny thing about David Lee Roth is they got a new band together. They were going to go out as Van Halen. They had David Lee Roth on vocals, Alex Van Halen on the drums, Joe Satriani on guitar, and the guy Jason Newsted from Metallica on bass. And they were going to go out as Van Halen.
Well, you got one of them. You got one of the Van Halen brothers, so that could work.
Yeah, so 50% of Van Halen going on as Van Halen. They're gonna put it back together. So that they start rehearsing. They get into rehearsal for a couple of days, and Alex asks David Lee Roth. He goes, "Okay, so what part in the show are you gonna play tribute to my brother Eddie? Like a video. Rest in peace. David Lee Roth looked at me. He goes, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, we have to, memorialize my brother at the show. This is a tribute to him. We have to mention him." He goes, and he said, all of a sudden, David Lee Roth's mood just changed and said, "Fuck you. We ain't fucking doing that. We ain't going to ruin the show with some dead asshole on the screen." And Alex Van Halen said, I said, "Okay." I put my drumsticks down and walked out of the building because I was going to kill that motherfucker, and I haven't talked to him since. And you're like,
yeah. Yeah, good on him.
How big of a fucking dick do you have to be not to want to help out the guy's? Hello? This fucking thing again. Oh my God, no. We lost a goddamn co-host. I don't even know. Let me play something quick. God damn it. Oh, what a nightmare.
Just between you and me, how much Pepsi do you think you drink on an average day?
I really do like Pepsi.
Really? What's your favorite kind?
My favorite kind of Pepsi? Pepsi's Pepsi.
Well, you don't drink Diet Pepsi or
No,
Pepsi
just
Vanilla or Orange Pepsi or-
regular Pepsi.
Candidly, just between you and me, how much Pepsi do you think you drink on an average day? Candidly, just between you and me, how much Pepsi do you think you drink on an average
This
day?
fucking
I really
player.
do like Pepsi.
Really? What's your
I
favorite
really
kind?
do. My favorite kind of Pepsi? Pepsi's Pepsi.
Well, you don't.
You know who else likes Pepsi's? That Nas.
This beef you have with him and Pepsi is fucking ridiculous.
It really is. It really is starting to piss him off.
I honestly, it started to be funny for a while, but then it got really serious because I was like reading through the chat and just going like, man, you guys have been talking about this for like 3 hours. Like,
3 hours? It's been going on for 7 days.
yeah, well, I mean, periodically, but it was just like constant back and forth about an argument of Pepsi versus Coke. I was like, Jesus Christ, are we working for fucking clickbait?
Oh God, he was on a show. He was on a show last night with some guy. Or the guy had his he had a hoodie on, and he put his headphones on over the hoodie.
It might have been cold in his room.
How did we lose every single live chat?
I don't know.
And
Well,
what the
it
fuck?
might-
Where the fuck is pause? That's what's wrong. Tonight's been very bizarro. This show.
Yeah, I got kicked out of here, and it was no fault of my own. Like the app literally crashed on me.
Does it just start over in an hour?
No, it's.
Well, we
Does it?
did 2.5. No, because we did 2.5 flawless hours last week.
Yeah, it never bothered us like this.
All right. Well, this is just we got a monumental show coming up next week.
The possibly Thanksgiving episode.
Yes, it is next week. Eddie did confirm that.
Okay, good.
Earlier.
Okay.
And tonight's been a strange one, but we're getting through it. Like I said, I lost all of the. Let's go through the problems we had tonight.
Is that what we're gonna do?
No, let's just move on to something else. Did you watch that? Did you watch the fight?
I didn't watch it in full, but I did watch bits and pieces of it, and yeah, that was just sad. That was just sad to watch.
I can't believe they actually took. They actually got be able to bet on that. There's no way that was real, was it?
What do you mean, Johnny? Boxing is the most legitimate sport there is. There has never been a single instance, not a single instance of corruption or bribery or breaking someone's legs or that has never ever happened in the history of boxing.
I think it's over, right? I mean, let's just put a fucking fork in it. Fucking boxing.
Well, I mean, boxing is as much as I joke about the legitimacy of boxing. How are you going to say no to watching two dudes beat the shit out of each other?
It still does well. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, they still anytime they put a fight on sale, it sells out anywhere in the world. It's you're gonna watch two dudes beat the shit out of each other for 12 rounds. What's not to like? I know what's not to like, and I sit and complain. I was rigged. It was all fake, and I watch wrestling every week. And I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with that. No problem.
Yeah, but that's because they eventually came forward with how fake it was.
Yeah, because when the guy's standing 20 feet on top of me, going to jump on top of me, you know what I do? I just lay there and wait for him.
Yeah, I'm just going to lay there. I'm not even going to bother rolling. I'm just going to accept my fate.
I don't understand the wrestling thing. I will never understand that. Guys are really into it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's something that I was actually talking about that with my dad, where it's just like wrestling is kind of that weird thing where I compare it to, it's like a circus. You know what I mean? There's all these different shows that are at the circus, and you could see someone do a tightrope routine, and yeah, you're watching the tightrope routine, and watching someone do the tightrope routine is cool, but in the back of your mind, you're kind of hoping that that dude slips.
Please break your neck.
Right. You know what I mean? I was like, I know you've done this 100 times before, but just this once, maybe something will go bad. You know?
Maybe the water drips a little bit on the rope and it gets just a little slippery for the first time.
Right. That's what I mean. It's like you're watching these dudes like do fucking front flips on each other and shit. And you're just like, that dude's gonna break his fucking spine if he jumped the wrong way. You know what I mean?
That and what other thing in the circus that you hope that people? Oh, the motorcycle thing when they go around in circles super fast.
Yeah, but the
like,
trick
I just
to
want
that,
to see one person's head get caught in the spokes, and I want a head come flying out of that thing.
Oh, I'm sure that there's a live leak video of that where someone did that in China.
Or some guy who watched it. Hold my beer.
Yeah, they fucking made their own. They made their own fucking orb out of chicken wire and fucking rebar.
Yeah, I don't understand how that became a thing.
Well, it's just, I mean, I imagine that shit became popular right around the time when motorcycles, and I mean like Harley Davidson motorcycles, like that had to be an attraction when Harley Davidsons were kind of a rarity, you know. And also, I think it was a thing that they tried back in the day was like, oh yeah, you think you could win this Harley Davidson? Well, all you got to do is just ride through this fucking orb, and if you fail, well, then you die. You know?
Die or they're going to be severely fucked up while we drag you out of here.
This was the 1900s, man. It was survival of the fittest still.
Oh, God, there used to be men back then. Men. Real men.
You really had no other choice.
God, you know, there is not one man that's even close to that that's growing up right now. Like 15. You can't even train a boy now to be that.
Well, yeah, because back in those days, that generation either went to war twice, or joined a war, and only 2 of those major wars ended up being good. Third one, not so good.
No, and if you lighting those babies on fire in Cambodia.
Yeah, among other things, yeah. But you know, we couldn't have communism over in fucking Vietnam because that would be bad for some reason.
Just
also, speaking of Vietnam, little fun fact I came across. You know Jim Morrison, the singer of The Doors.
Yes.
His father is the Navy officer who made the call on the Gulf of Tonkin.
No shit.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know what the Gulf of Tonkin is, it's a false flag set up by the deep state to start the Vietnam War.
And before you jump into saying conspiracy theory, this has been confirmed to be a false flag operation, and no one cares because this happened over 50 years ago.
Yeah, people should care. I don't know why we don't.
Because it happened over 50 years ago. Anybody who was involved with it is either dead or dying.
It's like, we need to know what happened to Kennedy. Was Kennedy shot? And you're like, well, here's the truth. Yeah, we shot him. We known all along that the government shot him. Like, big surprise. You know, I'm almost as surprised as when Rob Halford came out and said he was gay. You know how shocked I was when I heard that?
You say that, but there were some dudes that I know that were legitimately shocked when Rob Halford came out as gay. Like, I'm not going to. We have a family friend of ours who's he's very into motorcycles. Let's say, and he belongs to a certain club. Let's just leave it at that.
He's a motorcycle enthusiast.
A little more than an enthusiast, I'd say. But yeah, let's just leave it at that. And, you know, I was just hanging out with him and playing some music. And eventually some Judas Priest came on. And I was like, oh, hey, Judas Priest, you like Priest? And he's like, yeah, I like Priest. And And he's like, you know that the singer's gay, right? I'm like, well, yeah, I knew that. And he's like, yeah, I didn't know. And I was like, really? You didn't? He's like, you didn't know? And he's like, well, no, I didn't know because, well, it's like, think of it from my perspective, right? Rob Halford rode on stage on a motorcycle wearing leather and chains, and he sang all this like intense like heavy metal shit. And then I just walk into the bar one day and my buddy tells me, hey, did you hear that Rob Halford's gay? And I was like, what? No way. And he's like, yeah, he just said it in an interview. And I just sat there and I went, no, that can't be. Like,
He's hell-bent for leather.
Right. He rides a motorcycle and leather and chains, and I ride a motorcycle and leather and chains. He can't be gay.
And the funny thing is the guy that dressed up as the toughest son of a bitch out there is the gayest. And the guys who put fucking women's makeup on and grew their hair long, they were the guys slaying the pussy.
Yeah. And also, weirdly enough, when Rob Halford came out as gay, he dressed a lot straighter.
And, every time my mom starts bringing up, fuck the trans, this, I go, all you fucking hung out with were trans dudes when I was growing up. What are you talking about? God. Those guys wore more makeup than my mom did back in the day when they came over.
Oh, that was I remember that was something that my mom told me, was that every single girl when she was in high school, every single girl loved Poison, and she was just like, no, I could never listen to a band where the boys wear more makeup than I did.
God, I'm so mad that I was born when the record came out that year. I really missed out on that whole fad of dressing like a woman.
I mean, obviously the chicks were into it. That was the only reason, right?
Oh, those guys used to... The amount of women those guys used to fuck.
I know. You couldn't catch me fucking dead wearing that shit. Even if I was transported back into the 1980s and I had to blend in, I was not gonna fucking wear that shit.
And some of them were bad, too. They look bad doing it. Like, it just doesn't look good. Like when Ozzy tried to put eyeliner on and wear... Like when Ozzy tried to be glam metal... back in that little period. Oh, it was bad. With his eyeliner.
He still wears the eyeliner.
Oh, it's bad. He looks so bad with his spandex and fucking Ozzy.
As much as I like to blame glam metal for making men using eyeliner popular, I'm going to blame Marilyn Manson for that.
Oh, good old Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, that dude.
He's the only guy. Like, all these chicks come out and say, he did this to me and he did that to me. And everybody in America goes, you were fucking Marilyn Manson. What the fuck do you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, nobody cares about Marilyn Manson's sexual shit that all the women have accused him of.
No, he's Marilyn Manson. What, did you expect that he was going to give you a fucking calculus lesson? Like...
Do you know there was a rumor that he removed his ribs so he could suck his own dick? I mean,
yeah, and
really?
That was a rumor that literally popped out of nowhere, and everyone just accepted as fact.
Just like Richard Gere had a gerbil in his ass, and they had to pump Mick Jagger's stomach because it was full of...
I did hear that, yeah.
Full of the Starman's jizz.
Yeah, I heard that one. Although I did hear one great story about Mick Jagger where he said that he actually pretended to be gay to get out of being drafted to Vietnam. and he said what happened was he got drafted, and so when he got sent down to the recruiting office to get inspected, you had to get stripped down into your underwear so that they could examine you. And so he said that he just started pulling this like shaky, nervous routine and just like shaking like a fucking, like he's like going through withdrawals or something. And then eventually somebody asked him what was wrong, and he just goes, I'm nervous because I'm gay and I'm just surrounded by all these naked men and I don't know what I'm gonna do. And he literally just pulled that card and they just let him go. Then
Oh my god! I remember I went to school with a couple of real tough guys. They were like, the really into military and went to the army, signed up for the army. 2 weeks later, I see him walking around in town. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Dude, I couldn't handle it, man. I couldn't handle it. It's too much. I couldn't handle it. I says, how'd you get out of it? He goes, well, man, I just went to the library and I started looking up shit. How do I get the fuck out of here?
How do you get out of here? You basically just make yourself an even bigger nuisance than you're worth.
The first thing he did is he peed his bed every night on purpose.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't do you good. You probably got smoked to hell for it, but yeah.
And every time he tried to do something to get out, they would fuck with them and like punish the whole rest of the troop.
Yep.
So I remember his name was Paul. It was Paul and Dave. And I remember they finally figured it out. He goes, well, we're going to go and we're going to tell them that we're gay.
I guess this was back in like the early 2000s.
Yeah, the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Before any of that, we're going to tell them we're gay and they're going to throw us right out. And they go, okay. So they go into the office and he goes, there we go, we're gay. We need to get out. We can't handle it here. The guys are harassing us. We're getting, the love for each other has gone unbridled, and we got to get out of here because it's too dangerous to be gay in the military. These guys all want to kill us. And he goes, all right, I want you to see. Go ahead and suck his dick. He told him.
Yep, I knew that was coming. Yep, there we go. Prove it.
And he goes, he goes, I always remember I unzipped his pants and I stuck that fucker right in my mouth. And he goes, and I always remember the drill sergeant goes, oh my God, get the fuck out of here. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. And he goes, we haven't been able to look at each other and we haven't hung out since.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Not only are you fucking cowards, you had that dude's dick in your mouth just to get out of the military. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Then I'm like, how bad is the fucking military?
The military isn't, as far as I could gather, I've never been in the military, nor have I been anywhere close to joining the military. But from what I could gather from people who have been in the military, as long as you aren't fucking stupid, then it's just a lot of work. And as long as you could deal with doing a lot of work all the time, then yeah, the military sucks. Get over it.
Yeah, there's two types of people. There's people that can take orders and there's people that give orders. And then there's people like me who can't give them or take them.
I should be in no position to do either.
Don't trust me with any type of responsibility whatsoever.
Yeah, don't tell me to do anything and don't tell me to tell other people to do anything because I'm going to fuck it up. It's that George Costanza thing where it's like whatever it is that I do instinctually, I just do the opposite.
Yeah, I remember when they got approved for that TV show they're writing. He's like, all right, I got cancer now. Something's going good. That means I got cancer or
Yep. Something's any moment now that lightning bolt's coming for me.
Gonna blow up your microwave.
Yeah, you blow up your microwave. This is,
people make mistakes,
Yeah. That was a mistake that got you eventually kicked out of your place in the next 90 days. But
I go on these streaks where I think I'm super intelligent, know a lot of shit, and then I do shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about maybe quitting the marijuana if that's
I would rather you blame the booze, to be honest.
I honestly don't think. First of all, if it wasn't for the booze, I would have ate the tacos probably in the car on the ride home. I wouldn't have waited.
Yeah, true.
Oh God, only Johnny. And maybe Carl from WATP can listen to it and go, "Oh, that's not real. Nope, not real. Nope, he's lying. That story's made up. No. Hey, Carl, you want to see the police report and the fire report? I can send it to you. Nope, you're lying. You probably make that up. AI
generated. Yep.
You're
The
liar.
news report's AI. He does all of his news reports are AI. He's like, yeah, but this one's like actually good.
This was actually. Oh nope, he's not real. Nope, that story's not real. That's all that guy does now. I sat and watched him the other day. Oh, that story's fake. I'm like, people do go outside their homes and do shit, asshole.
Yeah. Well, it's I do remember him saying that you telling your story about you Frankensteining your dick with a cheap dick pump, and I do remember him saying that he at least was on the fence on whether you were lying on that or not. And and you know what? I just accepted that was a true story, and I didn't need to see any proof, because it really is just one of those stories where, yeah, I had a dick pump, I used it, and it went horribly wrong, and it just split my dick. Why would you lie about something like that? That is such a fucking, that is such a bold-faced lie that could easily be fucking pointed out. It's like, oh yeah, show me your dick. I want to see the stitches. You know what I mean? Like,
do you really want to see the stitches, or you just really want to see my dick, Carl?
It could be both.
Oh God, I did it live on the air. I mean, I don't know. I don't, whatever.
Yeah. Again, it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't think I need proof for that one. It's like, that seems like something that if literally anybody else told me that story, I'd be like, I really have no reason why you would tell me this as a stranger. You know what I mean? It's just like, why would you tell me this if this wasn't true?
Exactly. And then I went on and said I had gonorrhea. Am I going to lie about that? I'm going to go on and tell everybody in the country that I had a sexually transmitted disease at one time? Yeah, I'm lying.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He's lying. Yeah, that makes me look so much cooler that I got...
Yeah. Having gonorrhea makes you look real fucking cool. Especially to the women.
Nope, don't think so. He doesn't have sex with anybody. Never got any gonorrhea. Nope, lying. He's literally like that kid that sits in the front of the school and goes, are we gonna have homework for the weekend or not?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's in a surf band. Of course he is.
Oh my God, it was. I love guys like that. Nope, fake. And then the shit that is fake, where I'm goofing around. Oh yeah, that sounds right. I'm like, I'm 100% being so obvious that it is fake. If you can't figure that out, you're stupid.
Well, it either means that neither of us know what we're doing, or people are just dumb, and it might be both. It could be.
It might be a little both. The weed is really. I think we do a good job being this high, actually.
Yeah, for being this high. Although I will say, I think that all those musicians and all those actors who say that like smoking weed is what gave them inspiration, that is such bullshit. There are so many times that I've smoked weed and I picked up a guitar. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna write something, and I just hit the G string for like 10 minutes. Just like, man, I can't think of shit.
I think if you're alone and stoned, it's horrible for creativity. But when you're in a room full of people and you're high, it's the best.
True. Yeah, if you're all on the same wavelength, and by that I mean you've all lost the same amount of brain cells, then yeah, you could come up with something cool. But by yourself is like, yeah, you're just staring at the ceiling, playing notes, and just being like, oh wait, I'm just gonna listen to this for 10 minutes because it sounds cool.
The original drummer for the Beatles would not smoke weed. That's why That's why he wasn't Ringo. Ringo. Not only did he get the job because he was a good drummer, he got it because he had the best weed in London at the time.
I mean,
Ringo was the hookup.
Yeah, and arguably Ringo had the best gig out of all of them.
I mean, nobody plays drums like that to this day. He's not a great drummer. He's the best drummer.
Yeah. Well, there was an interview that I think it was John Lennon gave, where an interviewer asked him if Ringo Starr was the greatest drummer in the world, and he said that Ringo Starr wasn't even the greatest drummer in the Beatles.
He doesn't play solid beats. He's all over the place. He doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
but it works. Like Keith Moon too back in the day.
Yeah, Keith. Yeah, it works. And also, a lot of the songs, the stupid fucking songs that the Beatles wrote, like Yellow Submarine and Octopus Garden and I Am the Eggman, like those are songs that Ringo wrote. Ringo wrote those songs, but they were massive fucking hits. But he can't write a fucking song if his life depended on it. Those songs fucking suck.
They're horrible. He can't even draw now anymore. Like no one will even go see him.
Oh my god, have you seen his MS Paint gallery?
Oh god, it is bad.
Oh, we have to. I think we have to do that for a show one of these days.
Oh yeah, we will bring that next week.
Yeah, just go through some choice picks of his MS Paint catalog, and if you don't know, it's pretty much what it sounds like. Just paintings that he made using MS Paint and nothing else. And it's pretty much what you expect, to be honest.
It literally looks like a 4-year-old.
Yeah. It seriously looks like me when I was like 6 or 7. I was like, oh, MS Paint, let's see how this works. Oh, okay, I'm gonna make a face. Like
I'm gonna draw a couple stick people.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw some stick people and some trees. That looks more like a bush, but whatever.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, Pete Best. All he had to do is take a couple of puffs, and he'd be known forever.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe the Beatles would have been better. Maybe they would have been worse. Maybe they would have been a totally different form from what we know now. Or maybe it just would have stooped him down to Ringo's level.
What nobody realizes is how hard the Beatles worked.
Yeah. Well,
they would go play a 4-hour gig, and then they'd go back to the studio, play till 6 a.m, wake up again at 3, play a 4-hour gig, go to the studio, and they did that every day for like 8 years.
Oh, back when I was a carpet cleaner, I was cleaning the house of this dude who he was probably like the biggest Beatles fan that I had ever met, because he said that he went and saw the Beatles. I think he said that he's seen the Beatles live 11 times. And the first concert that he ever went to was the Beatles, and it was for the tour that they did after they were on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Oh man.
So, yeah, he was on the tour that when they first came to America. He saw them, and he went to 10 more concerts since. And he's like, yeah, I've seen Paul. He's met Paul and Ringo before. He's like, he met Ringo 3 times. I was like, this is nuts. This dude had fucking vinyl records and autographs and posters, and he could tell you anything about the fucking Beatles. It was nuts.
It was crazy how fucking ruthless their manager was. Just fucking worked those guys to the bone.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, they were arguably the biggest act since Elvis.
And then Paul had to die in that horrible car accident, and next thing you know,
oh, we're gonna dig up that old fucking conspiracy theory now.
Oh my god, I watched that movie. Then afterwards, yep, they're right. Every time I watch a documentary, they brainwash me into everything. Making a Murderer? Yeah, that guy's innocent. Scott Peterson, innocent.
Well, when you paint it like that, and I don't object at all, yeah, you know what? I think you have a point.
And then in the meantime, they're like, you haven't seen all of the evidence. They cut all of the incriminating evidence out of the documentary. You're like, no.
Well, why would they do that? It's a documentary. I thought it was supposed to have all the information.
Yeah, isn't it legally supposed to be true?
Yeah. Yeah, like like our history books and our television and our movies and our public broadcasting, isn't that supposed to be factual and accurate 100% of the time?
Oh god. I know, growing up, I had an uncle that had a business, and he got a problem with a homeowner. He was a contractor, and she called the news on him.
What?
Saying that he didn't do any of the work, and just she bounced checks. I mean, she literally fucked him so bad. He's like, I'm not finishing this job until you pay me. And she goes on the news, and the news makes it out look like he took $40,000 from this horrible old lady, and he's just sitting there watching it on the news. He's like, what the fuck? No.
Yep. Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, because she just jumped at the opportunity first, and it just completely fucked him because what's that phrase? 9/10 of the truth is perception. And so at that point it doesn't matter whether he legally even fucking wins. All they're going to do is be like, oh, you know that asshole that took 40 grand from that old woman? Yeah, he just won in court over that shit. You're forever going to be the asshole now.
Yeah, forever. And after I seen that, I'm like, okay, nothing is real. It's all bullshit.
It is. It totally is. Like, I know that you're not much of a reader, but I cannot recommend. But if you, okay, deny that claim right now. What was the last book you read?
I haven't read a book since. Oh, Jesus Christ! The Secret of Nim in 5th grade.
Oh, jeez. You didn't even read in fucking middle school?
No.
Jesus Christ.
I found out a long time ago when I was in school, they give you the answers the day before the test. So why I do anything?
Because the books were interesting. They were actually good books.
I can't even read fucking chat. I can't even read chats. Well, books.
Okay, that's fair. I will give you that. But I do know some books that may interest you. Like that is the thing is, like, I think everybody does like to read. That's why we have these fucking phones, is because people like to read. They read news articles, but they just read little tidbits. But people also like to watch movies and watch fucking YouTube videos that are 10 hours long for some fucking reasons. Like, well,
yeah, exactly.
Well, why don't you just read a fucking book then? And I know that's hypocritical of me to say because I haven't read a book in a long time either. I'm still trying to get through Lord of the Rings, and that shit's fucking hard to read, to be honest. But
we gotta unnerd you.
You will do no such thing.
I forgot. Sorry, Dungeon Master. Keep going.
Hey, listen. Lord of the Rings is the fantasy series that started all of fantasy. Anything that you know of that is considered fantasy, orcs, dwarves, hobbits, all that shit, it was because of Lord of the Rings. Just because of J.R.R. Tolkien wrote these fucking books over 100 years ago. You know what I mean? It's a crazy ass fucking story.
It's just weird to me because I'm not into anything.
Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you how big of a nerd the author is. You ready for this? So, the author of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, not only was he a massive nerd, but when he finished Lord of the Rings and he released it for publication, the publisher had one problem with the book, which was the plural pronunciation for dwarf is dwarfs, not dwarves, according to the Oxford Dictionary. To which J.R.R. Tolkien replied, I wrote the Oxford Dictionary. This is how big of a nerd this fucking dude was. Okay?
I know, man. I drive past I drive past the gaming store all the time. I see those guys coming in and out. It's next to the fat. It's next to the Fat Burger, so I see them all the time.
Listen, you think I'm a fucking nerd, but there are people that make me look like a fucking normie in comparison. Like, there was a fucking post I saw that, like, literally every year there are fucking Tolkien nerds that will gather and talk about Lord of the Rings and about this universe that Tolkien created. And there was at one point where there was a literal screaming argument about whether bees existed. Because there is no reference of bees or hives at all in the series. So there's this literal like hour-long argument of this panel of Tolkien nerds arguing back and forth about whether bees existed, and until one person finally chimed in and said, well, there's instances of them drinking mead. Mead is made from honey, so if there's honey, that means there's bees. And they just went, okay, well, that makes sense. And then they carried on with the next thing. Like, yeah. That was literally all it took, was one dude going like, well, what about mead? And they're like, oh, shit, you're right. Well,
all right.
You know?
Well, mind blown.
Yeah. No, not even mind blown. They were just like, well, that settles it. And just carried on with the next topic. Like, it was fucking...
Yeah, the best reference to Lord of the Rings ever is from Clerks 2.
Well, of course it's going to be in fucking Clerks. You want to talk about a fucking nerd. Jesus Christ.
Show the guy walking. Here's Lord of the Rings once. He shows him walking, shows him finding the ring and just tossing it.
You don't understand. There's a moral implication to the ring. It's a metaphor.
Oh, God. All right. Well, we did seem to... I think we did save the program tonight after the start. I don't know what happened. Something happened and kicked everybody out of the room. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it kicked me out too. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. We're sorry. Hopefully you were still able to listen to it, even though you haven't been able to participate in the chat. Pause. We don't know what happened to you, but hopefully everything's okay. That's weird.
Yeah.
Tonight's just been Bizarro show from the very beginning to the end.
Yeah, I don't know what spirit or what mod we pissed off, but Rumble does not like us for whatever reason.
Well, they know we have our biggest show coming up next week. It's going to be our 50th episode. 50. We've made it that long.
God damn. Well, that's, I mean, shit, 50 episodes. It's got to be a year, right? It's got to be a year episode, or do we just save that for the end of the year? Just call that the anniversary episode.
Yeah, because, well, it's what, 56 weeks? Or is it 54 or 56 weeks a year?
I think it's 54, but we also missed a few episodes.
Yeah, we missed about 6 episodes, maybe.
Was it 6?
I know. No, wait. You had a tooth. I was in the hospital dying once.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out all times.
There was one time I was sick.
Yeah, you were sick. You had toothies problems.
Yeah.
And, which one thing you cannot do is broadcast with a fucking sore tooth. There's no way.
No, absolutely not. Oh, dude, when I was getting that tooth ripped out, like, this is how much pain I was in. They prescribed me hydrocodone for the pain, right?
Yes.
I took 2 of those motherfuckers, and I was still in pain. And I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything for 3 days.
You can't even breathe because the air hurts.
Yeah, and I was literally suffering. And then on the day when I finally got the tooth ripped out, I walk in, and, you know, like, the receptionist is supposed to be pleasant and be like, oh, how are you today? You know, I walk in, she sees me, and her face just completely drops. And she just looks at me and goes, are you okay?
No.
I was so fucking just, you know, I couldn't even be sarcastic at that point. I was just like, no, I'm not okay. I haven't eaten or slept in 3 days. I'm literally dying, actually. Please help me. You know?
God, and now you're fine. It's weird.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, after the procedure, you feel like you got decked in the face. But yeah, and now you're just back to normal, like nothing happened. I mean, I'm missing a tooth, but other than that,
yeah, it builds character.
Yeah, well, it's the back molar, so you can't see it.
Oh, well, then you're missing front teeth. You know, you can be the most intelligent guy in the room, but if you're missing a tooth, No one's gonna believe you.
Doesn't matter how cool the story is. You could have lost that tooth in a bar fight. You will forever be labeled as a hick the rest of your life. Unless you're a hockey player. The only way you get away with that shit is if you're a hockey player or you box or you're in the UFC. And even then, you might not be considered the most intelligent person.
Yeah, you must not be a good hockey player since you can't afford a tooth.
Yeah, you're not smart enough to not get your teeth knocked out, and you can't afford to get new ones. So, I don't know, man. It seems like a loss to me.
Yeah, I got plenty of hockey stories from growing up, but we ain't got that kind of time.
Oh, you did hockey, huh?
Oh yeah, we had a lake behind our house, and we'd shovel off the rink, and every night after school we would play.
Did anybody fall through?
Nobody fell through. Well, not during hockey, but I did have a buddy fall through once.
Oh,
yeah. You know what happens when you have when you're 0.24% blood alcohol? It turns to 0.48 right away when you jump into freezing water.
Wait, you jumped in to save him?
No, I didn't. We were just like, we pulled him out, and he was convulsing.
Yeah. He was dying of hypothermia.
Yeah, he was. So we put all our coats on him, and then he started just throwing up uncontrollably. And then, back then we didn't have a cell phone, so we had to run up to the house, call 911. My friend's dead.
Yeah. Well, at least you did the smart thing, and I assume you like threw a rope or a buoy to him or something, right?
No, he was just right on the edge of the deck, so we just popped him right out.
Oh, okay. You just grabbed him real quick.
And it wasn't like it was very deep water either. It was only maybe 2-3 feet deep.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man.
It doesn't.
If that cold water hits your chest, you're fucked.
Yeah, he was in a coma for about 2.5 weeks.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He still ain't right, but he's still alive.
Well, that's good, at least.
Now, I always remember the next day his dad knocking on the door. My dad, his dad's here, and I'm like, oh, fuck. You tell me exactly what happened last night. I said, your son was a fucking drunk asshole. We don't even know where he got the alcohol.
Did you?
I says, we were just hanging out playing hockey, and next thing we know, he fell in.
How did that work?
And he's like, how are you playing hockey when the lake's unfrozen?
Yeah.
I'm hungover. Leave me alone.
We were playing street hockey. Ever heard of it?
None of us drink, but your fucking shithead son wanted us to drink, and we all said no.
Yeah. We were being responsible. And I know that's very hard to believe coming from me, but I swear to you on everything that is holy, I am telling you the truth.
Oh, it sounds made up. No, not right. Not real. Not real over there. Not real over here.
I didn't know that Carl's granddad was your neighbor.
Yeah. I don't think that's right. I don't think anybody fell into the rake. Yeah, there's not a kid in a coma up at the hospital. Don't believe me. I don't care.
Yeah, you have no idea how many stories I've heard of like people falling into a lake and then someone jumps in to try and save them and then they end up dying in the process. It happens all the fucking time. And I understand the natural instinct of like, oh, I got to get in there and save him. But the fucked up thing is you have to leave him, go get a rope and throw it to him and drag him out. You know what I mean? Like that's the fucked up thing is that you have to leave him there for at least a couple of minutes, but you still have to go like, I'll be right back, I promise. You know what I mean?
I'm not leaving. I'm just getting you a rope.
Right.
Yeah,
because
like
I can't come and save you because we'll both die. So
no, yeah, like you said, they will definitely pull you down.
Yeah.
If you're trying to save them.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, yeah, they will pull you down because they're heavier than you because they're soaking wet. But also, if they're heavy enough that the ice cracked, well, then, yeah, if you get close enough to where you can reach them, then the ice you're standing on is weak as hell too. So all you're doing is making it worse.
Yeah, my biggest fear was that Metallica song, Trapped Under Ice.
Yeah, being frozen does not seem like a good way to die.
That's still the funniest thing I ever seen on The Young and the Restless. Is a guy went in to save his daughter. She fell into the frozen lake, just like I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking around for him, and then the camera shows his face up against the ice underneath. And I'm like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen on TV.
Yeah, but again, that's literally what happens.
Poor Brad.
Yeah. And again, it's like you want to call someone stupid for that because they jumped into a bunch of freezing water, but it's just that natural instinct of like, oh, my daughter is in the freezing water. I gotta go save her, you know? He's literally just being a good dad, but he died.
He died. They wrote him off because he went to another soap opera. Brad Carlton. Yeah. Oh my God! Yeah, I'm not going to admit to having a infatuation with The Young and the Restless tonight, but we'll talk about that another time.
It's all right. I'm a nerd. You watch soap operas. We're weird. It's fine.
I have not missed an episode in 15 years.
How old are you?
37.
Oh, do you have the fucking TV guide on your coffee stand with your ashtray?
Well, when I first got out of school and had nothing to do, you get up, watch The Price is Right, and then right after was The Young and the Restless, and I got hooked.
I don't know, man. I usually stopped after The Price is Right.
And by the time I left prison, everybody in prison was watching it.
Oh,
I remember
God.
I went to the common room, and they were watching the news. I go, you guys ever checked out The Young and the Restless? They're like, we don't watch that shit. I go, dude, the amount of hot chicks. And they're like, enough said. That CBS in the morning's been in on a prison now since my departure. It's one good thing I left them, guys.
You know what?
For The Young and the Restless.
You know what? That is. I will say that is one contribution you left on that prison was you got them to watch some actual. You got them to watch some actual entertainment, and actually find some reason to watch TV as opposed to, I don't know, beating the shit out of each other.
Beat the shit out of each other. TV time was, man, that was the most well-behaved bunch of people I've ever seen. No talking.
I can only imagine that just every now and then, like you said, dude dives in the water, and then his face is under the ice, and so it's just like, oh shit! Oh snap! Yeah, yeah, or some girl that they're crushing on, she dies, and one of them's crying. Yeah.
Over here, you know she's cheating on you, dog. She's cheating on you, dog. Dude, don't sleep with her. That's your daughter, bro.
We gotta pitch this to Comedy Central or something.
That would be it. Yeah, prisoners addicted to The Young and the Restless. True story. No, that's not. Nope, that's not true. Nope. There's no TVs in prison. He's lying.
Not in every prison, but the prisons in California, yeah, probably.
He's lying. Liar.
Which, by the way, how fucked up is that they'll give you TVs, but they won't give you cigarettes?
I know. And we weren't even lucky enough to get the vapes. Like people on the other, at least you get a little bit of nicotine in you.
Yeah. They'll give you shit. No cigarettes, no vapes, no patches, no nothing. So we're just supposed to just sit here like a bunch of fucking assholes. Don't you want us to calm the hell down?
Yeah, I mean, I guess when the option is getting the living shit beat out of you, you seem to behave no matter how bad of a day you're having.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you have no other options.
You know, and you get punched so many times for breaking these rules. And you're like, can somebody give me a handbook?
Yeah, that's some of the best advice. I have a buddy of mine who did serve some time in prison, and he said that he survived prison by being funny. And it's because nobody wanted to beat up the funny guy. You were the reason people were laughing, you know?
Yeah, I would crack a joke here and there, but the main thing how I survived was being poor.
Yeah, nobody wanted to hang out with you if you didn't have anything to fuck with.
when you have the state soap, and they give you a bar of soap,
Mm-hmm.
and they give you 2 pairs of underwear. That's it. So when they see a guy in the shower with just the soap without any shampoo or shit, and they're like, "Oh, that motherfucker broke as fuck." Ain't no reason to store that motherfucker. He ain't got nothing. I didn't do any trades. I didn't do any commissary. I didn't do none of that shit. That's where the shit goes bad. Is the commissary.
Oh yeah. That was the other thing that he told me was like, never accept anything from anybody. Even if they're being nice, to be like, "Hey, I noticed that you're new. Here's a candy bar." You eat your feet first. You eat your fingers. You do not take anything, because if you take that candy bar, that dude's gonna come back and say, "Hey, I want 2 of them by tomorrow."
I saw a guy get fucking killed because he fucking wouldn't pay for his root beer. I'm not even kidding.
Can you imagine you just got sent to jail for like armed robbery or some shit, and you get killed in prison because you refused to chip in $1 for a root beer? That just seems unfair, you know?
Yeah, and it's like these. Where's my motherfucking money? He's like, "Well, I'm in prison, asshole. It's not like I can go to an ATM."
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck you want from me, man.
I hope you enjoy that Snickers bar, because now you got 2 fucking straight years of getting dick shoved up your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of yeah. I could do another 4 hours on prison, but why? Why go back to that reality?
And besides, you should probably do that on Rumble when you won't get kicked off for saying something you probably shouldn't have.
Exactly. They don't throw you out of prison for lighting a microwave on fire.
I don't think they'll throw you in prison for lighting your microwave on fire, but for almost burning down your complex, maybe. Especially if you don't act on that soon and get that 14 days lengthened to 90 like your lawyer says.
Yeah, 2 weeks. On the bright side, I don't have anything to move. I have a couch, I have a bed, I have a TV, and a PlayStation. That's all I own. I don't have any pictures. I don't have any knickknacks. I don't have any dishes or plates. And if I did have dishes or plates, they'd all been burnt anyway. So
I had one good dish and it exploded.
I was sitting here thinking, looking at this place, going through the montage of your place, looking back, and I'm like, I'm trying to remember. I never cooked one thing in a year and a half. Almost a year and a half. Not one thing. That one time has that stove ever been turned on?
The owner's gonna come through and just see like all the fucking burn marks in the carpet. The microwave's fucked. The toilet's just destroyed. The bathroom's destroyed. The oven pristine.
Pristine, brand new. Refrigerator barely used. Maybe a couple of cans of beer here and there.
Yeah. Kitchen 80% fine.
All the walls fine. Not one. Didn't put one picture or poster up. So good there.
So yeah, you might not be totally screwed.
And I was doing so good for so long.
You lasted a lot longer than I thought you would, I will say.
Yeah, after that reverse gangbang thing, that was almost when the women beat the shit out of each other in the hallway. That was almost it.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to kick you out, but then again, I thought about it. I was like, it's Vegas. I'm sure that they saw worse.
No, I think they had a vote, and I think it was unanimous to get rid of me.
Yeah, man. I think even
a lot of the residents.
Even if I was in that position, I would still just be like, I would still vote for you to keep you just because you're my friend, but I know that realistically it's going to be no. So I'm just going to go and tell him before you send that letter. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. It was either he goes or I go.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure your neighbors will be more than when you move out. Your neighbors are gonna get like a marching band to come out the entrance and fucking confetti and shit.
I mean, that building's been there now for 8 years. First fire alarm. ever.
Hey, that's an achievement. You know what? You need to get your picture laminated and then just like put it on a pin on the, like next to the fire alarm switch.
I know there's a picture on every renter's computer in town. Do not rent to this man. What I need to find is I need to find a compound with nobody around.
Well, I know just the thing.
No, I do. I still have my studio I can go to too, but there is a bed there. But it's been never mind. It's been used for a lot of pornography. We'll just put it that way.
Well,
Place I don't want.
Just get a new mattress. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll just put a new mattress in there, and then the next OnlyFans models will spoil that.
Yeah. I mean, you got to break in the new mattress.
I don't know. Maybe I'll find a place in like Montana where no one can get me.
Actually, dude, there are some places in Montana where you can get lands pretty cheap.
Just get one of those. So one of them Elon Musk house on there, good to go.
Yeah, the only downside is it's in buttfuck nowhere, and by that I mean there ain't shit. Like, you have to drive at least a half hour or more just to get gas and snacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's the reason I'm divorced.
Yeah, I would imagine that was a big part of it.
It was great. Me and Nikki, we sat down. You know what we want to do? Let's just move out to the country, go live on a farm, middle of nowhere. Oh, it was great. Oh, it's great. Oh, you know what's not great? It's 2:30 in the morning. You're out of goddamn cigarettes, and the nearest town is an hour and a half away.
Yeah, so maybe Montana isn't for you. At least not the desolate part of it.
That's the one thing I miss about. I'm going to miss about the thing I like about living in a city is you can pretty much just walk everywhere.
Yeah, that is nice, but also having the freedom to drive wherever you want is also nice.
Yeah, but I'm usually so fucked up I don't like to drive.
Yeah, fair.
I do not need another DUI.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't end well for you.
No, I had 3 DUIs before I was even 21.
Damn, that's pretty good.
It's Wisconsin culture, though. It's different up there.
That's rookie numbers.
Yeah, I mean, every single fucking weekend, somebody in school got popped.
Yeah, Wisconsin drinking is just as much of a pastime as fucking baseball.
No, if you don't drink beer, you're gay. Just flat out.
Yeah, when was the first time a relative of yours gave you a beer?
I think I'm really thinking. Well, I know the first time I had a beer and I got slapped.
No, I mean like the first time like a family member was like.
My mom tells me the story where I was 5 years old. She had woken up and I'm sitting there eating a sandwich and drinking a beer. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I'm having lunch." I didn't think there was anything bad about it. Everybody else drank beer around the house. I didn't know.
I mean, okay. So I guess. I mean, I'm assuming your mom took it away from you.
Yes,
you didn't drink the whole thing.
No. She was. It's one of those things I think where you laugh your ass off, but pretend to be angry at the same time.
Right. She had to be a mom and be like, "No, this is bad. Don't do that." But on the other hand, this is funny.
But I think the first time an adult literally gave me a beer, I think I was 12.
Oh, damn, that's pretty good. Well, yeah, if you're hunting, then yeah, that's the thing. I think it was roughly around that time, like 12 or 13. My granddad gave me a beer, and I immediately spat it out. I was just like, "Oh, what the hell is this?" And he just laughed. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, and then from then on out, full on alcoholic.
Little did Johnny know that it would just be the start of something far worse.
Well, my mom would party every night. Every night. No doubt about it. I mean, she lived in a point, I guess you could go out to the bar every night. And there'd be people out.
Damn.
So she'd go to every night. So every night, like, there'd be, I don't know, 10 to 15 people would come over with shitloads of alcohol and just leave it all over the house. So I'd fucking go around and steal all of it.
Well, I mean, yeah, if they were going to leave it behind.
Oh, like and they're all fucked up and everybody passed out. I'd go around and take all the alcohol, throw it in a bag, and go to school the next day and sell it.
Yeah, of course.
See, I've always been the hookup.
Yeah,
since I was 12.
Oh, my not with alcohol, but my brother was the same way. When we were in I think it was middle school. When we were in middle school, that was when at least in our area, they removed vending machines from the schools. So the only thing that you could get was water from the water fountain. There was no snacks, there was no soda, there was no nothing.
Ugh.
And so, yeah. And so my brother one day just decided that with his Christmas money, he was going to spend it all on soda and snacks. And he just filled his backpack with soda and snacks and stuffed them in his locker. And he just sold them out of his locker for he's like, oh, you want some soda? I got some Mountain Dew for you. You got $2? Perfect. Here you go. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I used to clean house. They used to call me the 7-Eleven man. I used to just pop my trunk.
I don't know if being known as a 7-Eleven man's a good name.
I was I had snacks like your brother. Porn videos back then were huge.
Oh yeah, especially back the pre-internet days, and there was even a fucking landline that even existed. Video porn was the shit. Video porn and magazines, that was currency.
This was just before DVDs hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DVDs. I was just a little boy when DVDs first came out, and everybody was creaming their jeans over DVDs. And meanwhile, I was just watching fucking SpongeBob on VHS. You know?
SpongeBob. Yeah, I'll always remember the name of it. No, I won't. I forgot it already. But yeah, I dubbed that tape, I think, 1,000 times. So I didn't sell new videotapes. I got one porno, and I had 2 VCRs, and I would tape them.
Yeah, you would just make duplicates.
Yep, constantly. I was the porn and liquor guy growing up.
You know that anti-piracy commercial that they used to play? It was like, you wouldn't download a car, you wouldn't download a house. And it's like, yeah. Turns out, yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would if it was possible.
Yeah, if it was possible, then yeah. And if it was that easy, then yeah. Why would you? If you didn't want me to do it, then why would you make it so easy?
All right. Well, is there anything else we got for tonight? We have went way over time again, but it's been going. It's one of those shows that was a fucking nightmare, and it kind of. I knew it even out eventually. That's why I was laughing at the beginning.
Yeah. It worked out at the end. We pulled through. I guess the only thing to end on is, thank God it's not Thanksgiving yet, because I'm going to dread that fucking day. Just meeting family members and just the conversations. I know that shit's gonna suck, but we'll have a nice. I don't know. We're just gonna have a bunch of gifts of turkeys getting slaughtered next week. I don't know.
Well, thank God that Trump's in office. That turkey's only 88 cents a pound.
Yeah, at least there's that. At least turkey's cheap this year.
Do you know what? I hate to admit it, but the prices have really gone down since he won, and it's kind of freaking me out a little bit.
I know, dude. Prices have gone down. Gas is cheaper. The stocks have gone up. Fucking digital currency has gone up. Like fucking Bitcoin and Dogecoin and all that other shit. Like ever since Trump won, it's literally gone up in stocks. It's nuts.
So maybe he was right.
I mean, he's not even president. He's not even president yet. Don't give him too much credit yet. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, so it's either going to continue to go down or it's going to go straight right up when he's not. Like we're going to get the last few good months in with Biden, and then everything's going to go to hell.
Yeah, although I can only imagine that they have something else lined up for him. I'm not going to pull in Alex Jones and say that I know 100% for certain that I have read the documents. You know, I have no proof of this whatsoever. But I'm pretty sure the Democrats will have stuff they plan for him at his inauguration speech. You know what I mean?
And I can't believe people are talking about Alex Jones. He's literally sitting, doing his broadcast, looking at the door, waiting for the feds to break in and seize his show at any time.
Well, actually, InfoWars has been sold for auction. And do you know who bought it?
The Onion.
Yep, The Onion. If that ain't if that isn't the most ironic thing that The Onion owns Alex Jones's company now.
I want to end it, but wasn't The Onion not cool about 20 years ago? I mean, like, I remember when it first came out. In the beginning of the internet.
Yeah, it was a stupid hipster thing where it's like, oh, it's a joke newspaper where like none of the articles are real. It's just meant to make you laugh. It's stupid. But then it eventually turned into, I think it was just because the news just ended up being more absurd than anybody could ever actually come up with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there was a point when they first started that people actually believed all the stories because in your brain, like you said earlier, we believe the news.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I mean, why would they put it on the TV if it wasn't true?
But when I heard the Onions, I'm like, the Onion's still around?
Well, yeah, man.
Who's into the Onion?
Apparently, Elon's a big fan.
It's not funny. I went and looked at it. It's not. It wasn't funny then. It isn't funny now. It's almost as funny as National Lampoon.
Almost.
Oh my God! Who let them make those movies?
I think they made it themselves.
Oh my God! Unbelievable. All right, let's get the hell out of here. I'm sorry for keeping you again.
No worries, man. I had a blast. This is fun, as always.
This has really been a bizarro episode. Like I said, Paz is gone. Eddie, I think we lost him a while ago. And our new guy, the Boss Hog guy, I don't know if he's still there, but thanks, guys, for listening for the... See, we were doing really bad. Everybody was listening, and then when we straightened it out...
Yep, that's when the stream fucking kicks everybody out and we get our groove back. I think this is just a sign that maybe we should record instead of go live from now on. But why would we take it? Yeah, but why would we listen to any omen that has come our way thus far?
Yeah, what do you think? My name's Nas Redna? You think I'm going to sit and edit this shit?
Yeah, you think we're going to put effort into this?
You think I know what the fuck I'm doing?
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this, but Johnny does not know what the fuck he's doing. That's the reason why I put him in charge, is because no matter what he does, it's going to be funny.
And, boy, this is smooth compared to what it used to be.
Oh, yeah. Compared to what it used to be, and a lot of your shows where you were just absolutely plastered, and half of the show you are literally just snoring, slobbering onto your keyboard. You know?
Yeah, like the last episode. Just left it on, couple hours, no problem.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
people
God.
listen to it for some reason.
Yeah, they listened to our outro song. that played for an hour straight the other night.
Hey, it's a good song.
It's a good song. It's catchy. It's catching on.
Yeah, I'm not biased.
You know, I think to end the show tonight, we're going to go with from a brand new band called KKK.
No, please do not play that one.
KK Kid Rock.
KK Kid Rock. If you play that, I think that just nukes this whole channel.
Yeah, we don't get to 50.
Yeah, we won't get to 50.
So next week, tune in. It'll be our 50th episode. We're going to plan something special, which means I will probably start editing the show at 6 p.m. before instead of 7. But we'll figure something out. I mean, maybe we'll have some clips. Maybe no, we won't. Let's be honest.
Show prep. Who does show prep anymore?
Show prep. I don't know. Maybe we'll have some people on. We don't know, but it'll be our 50th episode, a very milestone episode. And
Yes,
next week
I'll see if
we're
see if I can't snag a guest.
And maybe I'll snag a guest, and we'll snag guests all together. And here's what's going to happen. This is how me and Marco work, right? So Tuesday night we get done with the shows. Like next week we're going to do all of this cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it's Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. and we're like, whoa, fuck, we got to go on.
Yeah. We literally talk after the show, just like, oh, we should do this next episode. We should do this next episode. It's like, oh yeah, we should. And then we never say shit until the next Tuesday.
And maybe I should film myself completely melting down after I get off this show because everything I prepped tonight is just gone. But we made it through it.
Yeah,
we made it through it with nothing.
Yeah, we made it through, and I think we pulled it through. But yeah, next week we should have this a little more locked down, a little less rusty, and we'll see.
Yeah, this is the kind of the team we overlooked because the big team we're playing next week.
Yes, indeed.
All right, don't forget to check out the playlist on YouTube Music. Is that what you call that? YouTube Music?
Yes, YouTube Music and Spotify called MHH Johnny's Picks. It's every single song that Johnny has played on his show on the MHH News Desk, at MHH Network on Rumble, and I believe you stream live on X as well. And it's pretty much every song that he's ever played, and some songs that I threw in there as a suggestion in the past as well. And it's over a day's worth of music. So even if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's 30 hours worth of music or close to it. There's got to be something in there that you either love, hate, haven't heard before, or haven't heard in a long damn time.
And let's be honest, people, you've been listening to the same streaming sites for over and over again. You're hearing the same music. It's the same boring playlists over and over again. It's the same music. It's the same shows. It's time to broaden your horizon. And what you need to do is go over to Marco V, MarcoVee 193 over on Twitter. And he has so many playlists. You don't even need to hire a DJ. All you need to do is press. That's all I did. Is you go, hey, Marco, I'm throwing a Halloween party. He goes, oh, that's crazy. I have 12 hours worth of Halloween music. Hey, Marco, I'm seducing a gothic chick tonight. Well, that's crazy. I have a gothic channel. He has every channel you'd want to. It's something new to listen to. I tell you what, it makes your day so much quicker and better. I don't know where I've gotten this burst of energy tonight. I feel like I'm on cocaine.
Hey, that's a good thing if you feel like you're on cocaine and you're not. But I think it's just because of your love of the playlist, which I appreciate the enthusiasm. That's what I want out of people when I make a playlist for somebody. Anytime I make a playlist for somebody, they're always just like, "Oh, that's cool, thanks," and they listen to it for like a week and they never listen to it. You're like one of the few people that I've made a playlist that is like genuinely amused and entertained, and you listen to it every day. You know, it's it actually makes me feel good.
I try to get away from it, and like I say, I'll throw on Spotify, I'll throw on Octane or whatever on Sirius, and it they play the same shit every day. It's like, oh no, not Bon Jovi, Wild in the Streets again, no. But not only is my playlist, well, my playlist is cool because it's the music I picked out, but the amount of playlists that Marcos has is insane. And like I said, you could save yourself $300-400 on a DJ just by pressing play.
Yeah,
he knows how to set the mood. He knows how to get him in the mood.
Yes, yeah. I'm in the process of trying to make the absolute quintessential playlists for almost every occasion. So I got the Halloween playlist. I've got Johnny's playlist. I even got a playlist for Lorenzo, our mutual friend Lorenzo, That's All Funny, of songs that he has randomly sung on his show that I've thrown onto the playlist. I got all sorts of shit. So yeah, Marco V, MarcoVee 193 on Spotify and YouTube Music for all the playlists. And also where you could find that song of Lorenzo singing "Sticky Icky Icky" is on my YouTube profile.
Hell yeah! And there's a True Stoned playlist over there.
Yes, every
All the
Two Stoned
episodes.
episode in chronological order.
And we are going to send all 50 episodes to Guantanamo Bay, and we are going to make them listen to us nonstop.
Yes,
100 straight hours.
Yes, because it'll either make them crazy or it'll get them to smoke weed. Either way, it's a win.
All right. So we've also learned tonight that Johnny does not do good on sativas.
Yeah, you do strike me as more of an indica guy.
I've never felt this high. It's like a combination of a meth crack coke high.
Well, actually, you know what?
And
you
it's just
should,
marijuana. It's marijuana,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but you know, do you ever mess around with hybrids at all?
Oh yeah, I love hybrids.
Yeah, I like hybrids too, but the problem is I smoke hybrids like they're sativas because they're hybrids. So I'm just smoking and having a great old time, and then 2 hours later, it just hits me like a fucking semi-truck full of trucks. Where I'm just like, yeah, I'm feeling great, and shit, there I go.
Oh, there's the other end of it.
Yeah,
All right, here we go.
Yep, here's the hybrid. There it goes.
I got my new buddy at the dispensary up the street, and every day he's like, "Hey, try this out. This is gonna fuck you up tonight. This would be perfect for your show tonight." I'm like, "No, it's not."
Oh, yeah. No, listen, I know that I say I don't care about my show, but I still have to do a show.
My voice is running too quick.
I'm talking like a hamster on coffee.
Yeah, I think I'm a radio guy. Don't forget to check out the playlist over there. It's got this, it's got that, it's got everything you need. Hey, everybody, think about a blender, maybe.
Hey, don't forget your 2 Stone stickers.
2 Stone. We got to get some 2 Stone stickers.
Yes.
2 Stone titties. I don't know. How do we? That's the other thing that sucks about 2024. You can't con girls showing us your breasts anymore.
I mean, you can, but you just can't be blatant about it. You got to spin it as some feminism angle.
Back in the day, my mom was the lady that would sit on the guy's shoulders and put her shirt up at the Motley Crue concert.
You say that like she was the one chick that did that?
Well, no, but that was the last time I went to a concert with my mom. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't say I blame you on that one.
You know what it's like when you go with 2 of your buddies from school and you see other people from school and they're like, "Hey, your mom's tits are out." You're like, "Yeah, that's nice, ain't it?"
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
yeah. Let me ask her afterwards if she's into the train with a bunch of 16-year-olds. God, get out of here, assholes.
Yeah. You know what? I'll go ask her right after she's done talking to Nikki Sixx. You fucking retard.
After she gets done blowing the road crew.
Yeah. Do you really think you have a fucking shot, dude?
All right, Jesus Christ, this is not good.
No, we're back to slandering your mom.
I'm gonna go have a talk with Jimmy tomorrow about this weed he sold me today.
It's too good.
It's too good. All right, well, I'll be up for the next 3 days apparently.
Sounds like a plan to me. At least you'll be back to doing daily shows.
Praying for the hybrid effect to kick in here.
Oh, just keep smoking. It'll kick in eventually.
All right, everybody. We did not learn anything tonight.
We learned that Thanksgiving is not this weekend, thank God.
Yeah, we didn't even know what day it was when we started, so we're getting better.
No, I literally messaged you saying, like, "Hey, are we doing a show today? It is Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday."
Yeah, and that's me trying to find the link. And I'm like, it was literally tonight was a nightmare on the technical side of things.
Yeah.
But
that's
something weird tells me too that maybe when we all went dead earlier that we just been talking to each other basically on the phone.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that.
We'll see if it recorded tomorrow.
It looks like it's recording. It looks like it's recording on my end, but yeah, we'll see. We might have just done an entire hour for nothing, but yeah.
We'll be back for episode 50 next week. It's going to be either super big or super disappointing, but either way, you should show up. It's still going to be better than that fucking Tyson fight.
I can at least guarantee you it'll be better than that.
All right, dude. We'll see you next week.
All right. Have a good soon to have a good Turkey Day, but have a good rest of your week. Have a good weekend. Gute Nacht, everybody.
Gute Nacht and off the house hunting.
A rare dime hidden for decades sells for over $500,000. An extraordinary rare dime whose
finally smoke break.
Had remained a mystery since the late 1970s has just sold for just over $500,000. Who needs dimes when you
I just smoked 3 packs of cigarettes.
That sticky
doing this.
You smoked? Jesus Christ, man!
I'm kidding.
Okay, I was gonna say, what the fuck?
Maybe 1 pack.
Subscribe to That's All Funny.
Dude, I would be fucking dying if I smoked a pack in 2 hours.
Yeah, that's only 10 cigarettes an hour, which would be what? A cigarette nonstop for 2 hours straight.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. I know I say. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying this like that should shock you. You've literally told me that you went out with chicks that were smoking like 2 packs a day. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 2, 3.
Abraham Lincoln Kush, dog. You need to smoke.
Fucking Nikki used to fucking. She'd put down 3 packs, no problem.
And shit, you know what I'm saying? You need that shit that frees the slaves, motherfucker.
Underground Railroad shit.
I could use some of that Underground Railroad shit.
Yeah, I need something to calm my ass down.
Something that soothes the soul.
Subscribe to That's All Funny.
Fuck these Girl Scout cookies.
You need that Underground Railroad shit. You know what I'm saying? You need to smoke that. You fucking. Yeah, that's
I want that Abraham Lincoln Kush. Fuck the cherry pie.
A rare dime hidden for